Hey guys, I have had a heck of a day. Just got home from work. Haven't even changed out of my uniform. Have to run out here and grab the eggs. And thought, well, while I'm out here, I might as well just show y'all the status of the potatoes. Sorry about that. Status of the taters. So, because right now the only thing that I have planted out here in this garden or in this area are potatoes. So, without further ado, you can tell I still have mounds of dirt. I don't know if you can see very well, but those potatoes are coming up. Let's see if I can get down there a little closer and see. Can you see those little bits of green right there? Yep. So there are 5 rows of potatoes out here. They're coming up, and I think. So I planted one more row right here. These are marigolds, so those will come out here. Eventually, the plan is to ignore the roosters. I have 9 of them. Eventually, the plan is to have in this section just a few more things, but I haven't got that far yet. And I have to be careful because, I don't know, I may just plant some tomato plants and a few things out here just for them, for snacking, because I have plenty for myself elsewhere. But I was a very busy person yesterday, very busy bee. And yesterday I planted a lot of my herbs. And over the last few weeks, I've also planted a few other vegetables. I have my green peas planted. I have beets planted. I have, what else? I have dueling roosters over here. I planted a lot of herbs. So I planted basil and thyme and dill and what else? What else did I plant? Oh, my guineas are in my neighbor's yard. I'll have to work on that. They're not real controllable. That's okay. The other neighbor's dog's in my field, so I tell you what. Why don't I just walk around here and kind of show you what I have planted? Let me set these eggs down here. Hang on a minute. Okay, so let's get around here. Now, I've kind of rearranged how I'm doing things, and so I have kind of cleared another little section in my yard in a different area so that the chickens and ducks and guineas and turkeys and everybody does not come through like her and eat everything I have planted. So we had a new area to set the greenhouse. So what I've decided to do is I've come over here along a fence row and just playing with some green peas. I've planted just a short little row right there of green peas, and as you can see, they are growing pretty tall. Some of them are even starting to reach up and grab onto the cattle panel I have here. And as you can see, I've also placed, that's Maggie. I've also placed some chicken wire over it because one of the biggest things I have around here right now are rabbits, even though she's really good at running those off. They're still around. And apparently, I just found these are tunnels. I'm not sure if I have a gopher or mole or vole. That's pretty dang big though. And that's new. But over here in another little section, and it's weeded. I'm gonna have to come over through here and mulch here in the next day or two. I don't know if you can see, I have a lot of little bitty onions out here. I have a few rows, just a few. So just for kicks and giggles, I planted those in the ground out here. And then in this bed, I have garlic. And the garlic is what I planted October, I think it was. And it's growing probably till July around here. And then the other day I planted some asparagus down in there. So it's like, it'll probably, take a day or two for that to, a year or two, not a day or two, for that to come through. But that's what I've got so far. And then, over by the house, let me show you what I got by the house. It's pretty cool. So, let me get over here to it. I've got to set these things down again. So one of the things I've done is at the end of the house, I have an area where the rain likes to run off. And where it runs off, I've put some raised beds. So, let me come around here and I'll show you. And then I've got one over here by the side. So, yesterday, one of the things I planted, and I'm gonna have to rewater, that is chamomile, tomatillos, and parsley. So we're getting there. And then I'll show you what else I got. I've got this bed has some beets, which right there I need to thin out. And then that's a clematis growing up fine. And over in here, I've planted some dill. Looks like it's gonna need some more water though. Uh-oh, I'm seeing ants. I'm gonna have to work on that. But this little bed has, I put some green peas. See that? Isn't that cool? I planted some green peas in there. Basil, all the things. And I've seen ants in that bed. I'm gonna have to come out here and do something about that. But so far, that's all I've got for veggies. This hopefully, if it doesn't rain me out this whole weekend, I'm gonna get to do some, I'm gonna put my squash, my green beans, and get those all started. But I'm gonna have to rearrange and do some cattle panel arches over here by where the onions and the green peas are over on that fence. I've got close to 100 tomato plants. I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna put all them or donate to family, friends. Other than that, oh, my green stalk. I forgot all about my green stalk. So let me set these eggs down again. The green stalk, I'll show you. So I've pretty much decided it's going to be nothing but strawberries. And apparently, let me get you over here out of the sun. Look at this. Somebody, where is it? Somebody decided they might be trying to start building something, or something fell out of my roof or something up there, but that's going to have to go. So this is going to be full of strawberries. But in the meantime, right now it's only the top tier. And they're doing pretty good. They overwintered in this and did fine. And no, I did not cover them. And then there's a couple more that came on down here, and they're filling up those pockets. But all of the other pockets all the way down, I've put onions. So I'm going to try that this year and see if that's a place, because I ran out of room to put them anywhere else. So, Mr. Ernie the cat is trying to follow me around. All right, well, that's about all there is to it. So far, that's the closest update. Some mini garden tour. Hopefully, in the next week or so, I can get, look at that hair. Once I get this weekend, I'm going to do some more plowing, tilling, maybe. Maybe set up some pathways with cardboard so that I can cut out some of the weeds and get a whole bunch more stuff planted, and maybe we'll bring you along for that. But in the meantime, stay rooted. Love y'all. See you next time.